Hello everyone. Today we are going to see some more practical steps in Dynamics 365 finance and operations. Before that, I want to show you that what kind of steps, what kind of practice we are going to make today. If you want to see, I listed down in the notepad that today we are going to create a custom workflow on the position form. What is meant by position form? It's in the human resource model. Human resource model. So you will know that workflow, like when you request something and it will follow some approval process. So the approval process will go to the workflow based on some conditions. It will go to the approval 1, 2, 3, and it will complete before the request has been done. So today we're going to see that how we can implement the workflow on the position form. Okay, of course, like if you are new to this, you will get practice more on seeing like this kind of videos. Okay, we'll jump on this. So before that, I just open the Dynamics 365 finance and operation page. Here, if you navigate to the models section, you go to the human resource. Here, expand. You can collapse and expand. So you can find the position menu, expand it in all positions. Here you can see that positions has been listed. So here we are going to make a workflow. The workflow will be appear here. So for each position, this position form, we will enable the workflow. If you wonder that where is the workflow, if you never seen about it, I can show you in the procurement sourcing, purchase requisition, or purchase requisition. Okay, fine. Here I can show you the workflow method. Yeah, there is a new request, purchase request. We made it. So this purchase request will follow the, once we create a new purchase request, it will follow the workflow. So once I open, I will show you that how this workflow has been set up. Sometimes the forms will get load bit, it will take time because of the internet. And here is the workflow. Once you click this form, you can see the workflow history. So here is the workflow. So you can see that there is a lot of steps, approval steps, condition approval steps, approval step 1. So this are the process has been done before the completion of the workflow. So this we will going to create this workflow process. Okay, we will open the Visual Studio. Here I'm going to make sure one settings that the synchronization of database is automatically done or manually. I will tell you why. Just to make sure the settings has been enabled, go to tools and options, and yeah, Dynamics. Under Dynamics projects, here we go, synchronize database on build for newly created projects. What it means, when you build every time the project, it won't sync the database automatically until unless you enable this option. So make sure you enable this option so the data will get lively updated. Here's the best example you can see in the output screen here. I will a little bit scroll it up. I've been tested before. So I've started the build setup. Once the build has been completed, automatically the database synchronization also taking place, because this is very important when both should be done simultaneously. Okay, so yes, we will continue. We have to create a model, but I have created already the model. You have to go to 365 model management and create a model, MB500, just for testing purpose only. So I will create MB500. This I will already been created. So I'm going to amend the model MB500. Always use the standard method to create. Okay, so the model name already exists. Please choose another name because I have been created this model early. So we will try to amend the model. What we are trying to do, we are updating the package. We'll update the package model parameters. Okay, because we need to refer some of the packages to this model. Just make sure, always make sure that you have to refer the package to the model which you're going to work. Okay, so I'll show you how. The same manner, you have to go to the extension, dynamics, model management. Instead of create model, you go to update model parameters. Okay, so model name here, MB500. Yeah, this is the one, MB500 lab exercise. Okay, so then you see this, all this field has been updated. Then click next. Here the packages we need to select. Previously I've been selected this packages application foundation as a basic one, and this is the application platform. It's predefined packages from the uh, Microsoft 365. And another one is a personal management. I think we can scroll it down, or you can either search it here. Personal, yeah, it's also been ticked. And we need to have one more, uh, personal core. Yeah, here it is. Make sure you tick it and right click and just try next. Next. Once it's done, we need to create a new project. For creating a new project, you always right click on the solution, go to add a new project. So choose the finance and operation and click next or double click. Enter the project name. We can name it project MB 500 lab 3. Okay, now we can create the project. Yeah, you can see the project 3 lab 3 has been created under the solution folder. Okay, so the first step is a simple one, like we create the model and create the project. Creating a model is just to make sure you select the correct packages which is required for your model, and obviously you create the project. Now we are going to working with the data types, like how we will create a data type, in what data type we required for this project. Okay, it's comes with like pre-analyze. You need to work around that what kind of field we required. So for those field, what kind of data type you might have want to have the data. So we'll go through it. Okay, now we want to create uh, as per my requirement, I need to create data type called enum, new base enum. Okay, I need to create a data type. So this base enum, you just right click on the new, on the project, right click, add new item, expand this dynamics to 65 items as usual, go to data types, or data types, go base enum. Here's the base enum. Select it, and we need to create a name called, it's a status, the base enum, it will have a true or false, it's a boolean, like yes or no. So we need to have a like status. So I will name it as MB position workflow status. Okay, click add. Once you added, you can see that base enum folder has been created, and the element called MB position WF status has been also created. Okay, so now just double click that element, it will open on the element designer page. This is the element designer page. Now select that element. You can either right click, go to properties, or alt enter. You need to change the properties. So in the properties, we have to change the label name, right? So the label name, if you want to standard practice, you should not create, add the label name here. It should be from the beginning. You need to create a labels, or you need to create labels for all the data types. So then you can choose it from this Eclipse, okay, and search it, and you can get the label ID, update the label to this data type, because label is very important for the reference. It's the best practice to have the label for all the data type. So here we are going to add it manually. I will mention that workflow status. Okay, okay, I have been added the workflow status. Now I want to create a new element, okay, under this base so what are the elements you can create? So as I told you, uh, the base enum, it's we will use for the workflow process. Okay, so in the workflow, what kind of process we can have it, like let's say approve, not approve, like rejected, so something like that, right? So we can figure it out. We can have the base enum, we'll create, you know mm, created and submitted, and then approved, say rejected, then you will have rejected. Okay, and we can create another one, requested by whom, then cancelled, then later on, let me make it organize, completed the process. Okay, so we need to create this base enums in the project. So where we go? We go here in the element designer, right click and click new element, and we have to create and rename it This first one is called created. Okay, if you check that properties, it's been updated here. Name, label also you can create the same thing, created, and then same thing you can create another one, submitted, and the same you will update the label, submitted. Next one, approved, label name approved, new element, another one called ejector. You can press alt enter to get the properties. Ejector, and then cancelled, label name also cancelled. Updating the label name is the best practice, because when you have a larger number of project, larger number of data types codes, it's easy to get reference. The last one, completed. Here we go. Finally we completed. So we just try to save all to make sure that everything is saved what you created. Validation is completed. Okay, now we will go to the another third step. First one, we created the model project, then we created the data types. Now we are going to work on the models, the real one. Okay, we'll go now. So for that, we need to close this one. Obviously, I will continue this session in the next video.